Hey everybody, welcome back. A US-based company named RKIN that makes water filtration systems reached out to us, and they have their new tabletop reverse osmosis water purifier for us to try out and give a review on. And so let's unbox this thing and check it out. I'm really excited to check it out. It's a US-based company, which makes me really excited. So let's open this thing and see what we have. Oh. I can already tell you I like the packaging because they're using this special cardboard that is treated, which makes it much more durable, especially in a place like where we live out in the middle of nowhere where the environment can be extreme. You got to have good packaging. Okay, so that box, that was an outer box. That is extremely good packaging. This thing is going to get to you safe. It's been a while since I've seen something packed this well. I'll be saving these to use for later. On a homestead, nothing's trash. I'm going to give that a thumbs up on the packaging. So here we go. Here's the RKIN Zero installation water purifier. So let's open this thing up and see what we have. Nice set of instructions. So it says you've got to run it through a couple of times to flush the filters before you start drinking from it. And that's pretty normal for most all filter systems. Okay, so once again, I'm going to turn it on its side. Once again, we have very good packaging. So here we've got styrofoam on the inside, which, let's turn this back over so that it's right side up. Looks like a small box of accessories. Okay, we've got one side of this styrofoam off. We'll get the second side off here. Okay, so there it is. There's the unit. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off the tape here. The only downfall to tape is that they always leave some kind of crud behind. Okay, that seems to have done pretty decent. Couple of spots there. Use an old trick I know. If you take the sticky part of the tape, it'll get the sticky stuff off. Just a suggestion for your future tape. Put on some kind of tape that has a little pull tab that sticks off, and then it's easy for people to grab and to get the tape off. Make a pull tab. Getting it started is a pain in the butt, and that's where you end up with a mess. And then, like I said, this is the downfall to tape, is leaving behind a big nasty mess. Okay, we'll have to get that off there later. This out. And there's another part in here that's got to be taken out. Looks like a diffuser of some type. Yep. This is where you fill up the water and then push it in, and then probably just turn it on, and that's it, I bet. I bet you there's not a whole lot more to it. They want to make this thing simple. I bet you it is. And I bet this goes in like that, on one side or the other. We'll have to look up the instructions. I'll bet it's this side because I see a hose up there. I should read the instructions, but I'm one of those people that can just grab things and figure out how they work. And I can already see up inside of here, see there's a little tube up in there, and that tube is going to pour into here, it looks like. Let's see what came inside of this little box. Ah, the plug. Okay. So it looks like it's going to be a standard low voltage machine. Let's look at what the voltage is on this, so we can see for the people that have RVs and have an inverter that are going to want to use this. Let's see what it runs. 24 volt, 1.5 amp. So this thing's not going to use hardly any power at all. That is awesome. 1.5 amps of 110 power. That's nothing. So that's going to translate into, I can't remember what the conversion is, but I'm guessing that's going to be around 5 amps of DC after you invert it. So the whole idea is you can just use it right where it sits. So these are the technical specifications, and this is what we really want to know here, okay? So the product weighs 25 pounds. You can use it between 113 and 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Maximum hardness of 25 grains. It says hardness over 10 grains may reduce the lifespan of the reverse osmosis membrane. The production rate is 40 gallons per day. It runs 24 watts of DC power. The treated water reservoir is a ½ gallon, and the supply water pitcher is 1 gallon. I believe this is the supply pitcher right here. The first stage filter filters down to 5 microns, and it removes particles suspended in the inlet water. The second stage filter is a pre-carbon filter, removes chlorine, odor, organic contaminants, pesticides, chemicals that contribute to undesirable taste and odor. Stage 3 is the reverse osmosis membrane. This is the heart of the RKIN purifier and removes contaminants down to the molecular level. Stage 4 is a post-filter. AlkaPure adds beneficial minerals to the drinking water and reduces contaminants down to 0 total dissolved solids. And here's the best part about this. Okay, I have used under-the-counter reverse osmosis systems. I have used under-the-counter filtration systems for many, many years in my house and even in the RV. And what makes this nice is there's nothing to hook up. There's nothing to do. You pour the water in the pitcher, put it in there, hit the button, you got drinking water. In my opinion, for a lot of nomads, this is going to be a great option because you can just set this up, plug it in, and make water only when you need it. Make water during the day while your solar is going, like I am right now. You don't have to run a generator or anything like that. You know, this thing's not going to use a lot of power. And it can save you from having to go to those water machines and spend 35, sometimes 40 cents a gallon for water, for drinkable reverse osmosis water. You could have the same thing right here. And you don't have to install anything. You don't have to cut or do anything to the inside of your RV, which is, in my opinion, something great. And for the homeowner, I mean, you can't get easier. Somebody that's in an apartment, let's say you live in an apartment and you don't want to modify something under the sink because it might affect you getting your deposit back. So this is a great option for rentals as well. It's a great option for people on boats. I can tell you right now that this thing, I have it on an unlevel surface, but it's not going to tip over easy. In fact, this is something that you could build a little holder on a counter in a boat or something, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, I've got the pitcher filled up. I love the fact that it's got this grab handle under here that you can get all 4 of your fingers in to grab a hold of this thing with one hand. Very good design. Somebody was thinking. All right, got it pushed in. The front face is flush, which means it's pushed in all the way. All right, the only thing left to do now is to push the button. Starting to draw water out of here, out of the tank, and it's starting to fill the filters. And then eventually we'll see water starting to come into the tank right here. I gotta say, this thing's pretty quiet. Okay, I just went and checked the voltage on my batteries and my solar, and this thing is not even making a noticeable draw. Everything else I'm already currently running is drawing far more than what this thing is. Also, go to the RKIN website and check out their different products that they make. They make entire whole house filtration systems, and I'm not sure, but I think they might even make like really, really large systems. So go check them out. They've got every type of a water filter solution that you're looking for. That was fast. My camera battery ran out before I could get it changed out, it was already done. It took less than 20 minutes to go through the first cycle. And this is with the filters brand new. So it takes a little bit of time for the filters to fill with water and start to flush. Okay, I emptied and rinsed out the finish reservoir because it had the dirty carbon water come through, which is totally normal when you set it up the first time. So there we go. I've refilled it, plugged it back in. Now I'm gonna hit the button, and there it goes, starting up again. So it took less than 20 minutes last time. Also, I'd like to give kudos to the company for making this, that they use the same type of a plastic like you have on your Britas and your other type of pitcher water filters, except I noticed that their plastic's just a little bit thicker. Also, all of it is molded, which means that none of these ends are glued together, which is another excellent feature. So it's a very well-made product from what I can see. I have seen several other types of filters like this, other brands, and what I like about this one is the ease of use and how fast it is. This thing made water in less than 20 minutes. Drinkable water. That's awesome. It's not very loud. I mean, if this was on the counter in your kitchen, you would not hear it over a television set. You wouldn't even know it's going. RVers out there, those of you with fifth wheels, large class A's, this is a great water filtration alternative to putting in one of those under the sink systems. Wow, it already went through another cycle. It's been all flushed out. Now it's time to put in the actual water to be drank. It's done with another cycle. Now it's ready to drink, and I have to admit, that's why it's a little low. I already tried a little bit. It's good. It's really good. Okay, so just push the button. It looks like it's nice and tall too. Should fit most stainless steel water containers. Very easy to dispense. And it looks like there's enough in the finished product to fill a coffee maker, which is important. At least it is for me. But look at that. It's pure and clean. And I'll tell you what, this stuff, it tastes just like reverse osmosis water that you buy at one of those machines. The RKIN Zero Installation Water Purifier and Reverse Osmosis. I'll put a link in the description. Click the link to get a coupon code for 10% off. Let's take out the two screws and let's find out what it looks like and what it's going to be like to change the filters on this thing. Okay, so there's one Phillips screw out, and let's do the second one. Okay, there's two. All right, let's pop this off. Oops, there goes the two screws. Okay, I got my screws. All right, there's the back of the unit. And there's your 1, 2, 3, 4 filters. Looks like the pump is down there underneath. They got a nice plate here mounting everything in place. Everything looks real good. It's got, these are quick disconnect fittings. I was reading up to make it easy to change these out, and it looks like they're just quarter turn. You pop them in and you quarter turn. Looks like changing the filters, it won't be any problem. And look, they also give you a set of instructions. Not hard to pop this back on at all. Fits on nice and tight. It's a good design. Two simple screws. The only thing I would change if I was going to make a recommendation to the company is next time, put a little bit bigger recessed opening. See that recessed opening where you put your screws? Put a bigger recessed opening where you've got one of those cam lock twists where you can just use your hand and then there's no tools required. It's always better to have no tools. It kind of fits the whole zero installation thing, in my opinion, having to use no tools. That's the only thing I would change. I mean, honestly, this whole unit, I have no complaints. The only thing I could recommend is a couple of small changes. That's it. It's pretty rare. Usually there's something I can pick apart about a product. I like this thing. RKIN, give it a try. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Everybody out there, have a blessed day.